Sell Your Car UK is back and delighted to offer for sale this gorgeous black VW Golf 1.4 S TSI. It's a lovely little 5-door hatchback, it's manual gearbox, and it's one of the most basic VW Golfs you can get in the range, but it drives perfectly, exactly how a 1.4 TSI Golf should. That 0.4, by the way, does make a bit of a difference. It really is cheaper on insurance. The tax is about £140 a year. You'll be looking at less fuel bills, and of course, it's still going to drive absolutely lovely, and it really does. Very grippy, very fast, very fun, a nippy little car. It's a basic one though, so as we come around it here, you can see for yourself there's no alloy wheels, there's no parking sensors. The windows go down electrically in the front, but they're manual, as it were, in the rear. The wing mirrors fold in by pushing them the old-fashioned way. There's no fog lights on the front. It really is a very basic model, and I'm going to get up close and personal with it now to show you that there are some marks on it as well. Here at Sell Your Car UK, we sell privately owned vehicles on behalf of the seller. So you can see me, hello. You don't look at me or the big electricity pylons. I want you to look at these tiny little dots that are on the bonnet. These are stone chips. They are imperfections in the paint, and they are coming with the car. There's no way of sorting it out without respraying the entire bonnet, and that's going to cost about £200 through our contacts. If you want to do that, then you're more than welcome to do so, and of course it is reflected in the price, and as you stand back you'll see for yourself they just pale into insignificance. Some marks on the car are a little bit more obvious. There is a mark down here on the bumper. As I say, there's no parking sensors. This may have been caused by them. It's possible it was caused by somebody else. There's another small scuff just here as well. Now the car is a 2010 on a 10 plate. It's had one previous owner and is on its second, so you will be the third. Each owner so far has kept the car for approximately a year. There's another mark down here. Now not all of these marks have been done by the current keeper. Some of these marks he bought with the car. Now, as I say, there are no alloy wheels on the car there, so it's not really worth showing you them, but the tyres are all good all the way around here. Plenty of life left in them. I just want to show you on this door here, that scratch, you can see that for yourself. It actually probably looks a bit worse here on camera, and it would probably polish out with what's called a machine polish. We don't do that here at Sell Your Car. We Sell Your Car UK. We might have a go at that, but the car has been very, very well valeted, so all these marks are now showing up, which is good because it means that you don't have to waste your time coming down to see the car. You know exactly what you're going to get when you get here, and if this isn't the car for you, well, thank you very much indeed for watching. But if you're going to carry on watching, then I will show you all you need to know about this car to save you the hassle, as I say, of coming down to see it. And if you are coming down to see it, you know exactly what you're going to get. So I'm just showing you there's plenty of grip left in those tyres. It is due a service, this vehicle. I will come to the service history, but it is only 3 years old, and it's due its third service, which is probably going to be the big one, as they say. So it is reflected in the price. I'm just showing you little marks around the car, but you can also check out an album of photos on our Facebook page. These little marks here, obviously from where somebody's been getting things in and out of the boot, to be expected. And I'm just going to show you down here a rather bigger mark. Obviously, as I say, a lack of parking sensors perhaps. Oh, hello, you can see me again. I'll try and get out of that shot. It's a very hot day, hence the outfit. Anyway, as we come around the car, I'm just showing you this mark here. Now, this really does need to be repaired. It's not a difficult job. It would cost about £150 to get that fully repaired and resprayed. The only thing with that, I'm being very honest here and helping you out, is that you'd probably need to blend it into this wing here. So you'd probably be looking at more like £250, because that wing would need to be repainted as well, which wouldn't be such a bad thing because there is a little mark just here as well. So if you wanted to sort that out, then you're more than welcome to do so. We have reduced the price of the car accordingly, and you'd also need to get yourself a little reflector. Those are very cheap, but it does need repairing again just down here. You can see it's had a little bit of a crack, very slight, and if I just move along here, you'll see as well, there's a small bit of damage just there as well. This can all be very easily repaired. There's no need for a brand new bumper to get that sorted, but the seller has decided to just reduce the price of the car accordingly to get it sold as fast as possible, and then it's up to you whether you want to sort those marks out yourself. There's a tiny little scratch just there, and there is a bit of a bigger scratch which is just along here. Again, you can see my funky clothes, but instead have a look at that little scratch that's just running along there. There are some watermarks on the car where it's been washed and the watermarks have dripped down from the wing mirrors. Don't worry about them, but there are also some little marks there that are actually marks on the car. Hello. So you can see for yourself there are marks. This one is going to be a very difficult one to show you. Very light scratches here, probably caused by driving past a bush perhaps, or somebody rubbing up against the car. Very hard to show you. Again, on our Facebook page, I hope I've said this already, but www.facebook.com/SellYourCarUK.tv has an album of photographs of this car. So you can spend some time and have a really good thorough look and see for yourself exactly what you're getting. Okay, so let's just carry on now back around to the front. You can see here, we're back at that mark just there. And again, there are some light marks on the hubcaps just here, but nothing too severe. As a V8 rumbles behind me, and again we've got good tyres. It's just a stone. Not looking, it's not a screw, that's just a stone. No, the tyres are all good, they've been thoroughly checked, and the brakes are good as well, but it does need a service. You don't need to service it through VW. Let's go round to the back here and open up the boot, because in true Sell Your Car UK style, there's the boot. In true I made that look very fancy. In true Sell Your Car UK style, we have all the documents in the boot. Now, there's not a lot of documents. It was a service plan that was on this car, so there are no bills to speak of, but the services are all recorded at the relevant VW dealerships that did them. The second service, this one we're looking at now, done in May of 2012 at 25,717. So it's now on 38,060. That means this is a bit overdue for a service, and indeed it should really have been done in May of 2012 or when it got to 10,000 miles from then. But the seller, only keeping the car for about a year, decided he would not bother doing that and leave it to whoever buys the car next and just reduce the price accordingly. So that's exactly what we've done here. This is the first car service that's been done on this car, and that was done in May of 2011. And the service was done at 16,279. So this is just before the current keeper acquired the vehicle. We've got the V5 over here. It shows one previous owner. I won't show you all the details for data protection, but we can see here that it was purchased, or you can't really, but check out Facebook, 14th of June 2011. So just before it was purchased, it had done that many miles and had just been serviced, and this current keeper serviced it again, as I said, in May 2012 at 25,717, but they're no longer keeping possession of the car, so they don't want to do the service themselves. Obviously it will cost money, and they've just reduced that in the price of the vehicle, and they're using us here at Sell Your Car UK to get it sold. That's how it works, as I show you the MOT certificate, which isn't showing up brilliantly, but it expires on June the 4th 2014, and just to show you the car's been well looked after, I've also got the refusal of an MOT test certificate. It happens all the time. Anyway, it tells you what's wrong and what needs replacing, and it's only three things. Windscreen washer provides insufficient washer liquid. If you can't read this, a front windscreen wiper does not clear the windscreen effectively. And tell me about it. And supplementary restraint system warning lamp indicates a fault. All of that has been rectified. That was at 9:49 in the morning of the 5th of June, and at 2:40 in the afternoon on the 5th of June, all of those faults were rectified, and it passed its MOT, having done 35,637 miles. So it's done about 2,000 miles, well, 1,500 miles since it was last MOT'd. That means you've got plenty of MOT on the car. You've got a few months tax as well, as I show you that it's got split folding rear seats, very useful. But the few months you've got left on that tax disc is until the end of November 2013, as we close the boot. And now with, wow, 9 minutes and 15 seconds gone of the video. I hope you are still interested. If you're not, really, you've watched 9 minutes of this, I do applaud you. I show you the inside of this vehicle. Now, it's not got leather. As I say, it's got electric windows in the front, but not in the rear. It's got electric mirrors. They're even heated, but they are not electrically folding. Central locking buttons just there. You've got daytime running lights in this, but it hasn't got auto lights, so you will need to turn on your full beams, or not full beams, but your lights when you're driving at night. There are a couple of tiny little marks on the seats, one of which I'm going to show you just in case. Now we've got very faint, you can see that there, tiny remnants of a stain, nothing to be worried about. But over here, somebody has unfortunately had a slight accident with some nail polish. Now, I'm investigating this. I'm filming the video before having completely cleaned this up, but there is a possibility that we can get this removed. We need to be very careful because we don't want to damage the fabric of the seat, and I think you'd rather have a stain than a hole. So we're going to leave it for the moment while we investigate it, and if we can remove it, we will. But at the moment, it has been reflected in the price. And yes, we've also even got down here what looks like a little bit of wear in the carpet. All these tiny little imperfections would still be sold in some dealerships, even down to these little scratches that I showed you before here on the door. But they would not necessarily reduce the price, and certainly not as far as we are going here at Sell Your Car UK. There are some lovely little touches in here done by one of the keepers. There is a full USB, iPod and auxiliary cable connection going from there into the back there that runs through to the stereo that is just there. Very useful. You've got air conditioning, which works absolutely perfectly, and a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is really lovely. I'm going to jump in because in true Sell Your Car UK style, I want to start the car and show you that it starts absolutely first time. I'll just turn the air conditioning off and show you there's no warning lights. The only ones there showing is the handbrake is on and the seatbelt's not. So that's all right because I've just got in and I'm not going anywhere. We don't drive the vehicle here on these videos. That's up to you to do a test drive, which you're more than welcome to arrange. All you need to do is get in touch with us here at Sell Your Car UK. Our details are at the bottom of the page if you're looking at us on YouTube, or indeed if you're on our website, then just click contact if contact's working. I hate our website. Never mind. Airbags in the seats for the driver, for the passenger. You've also got in the back ISOFIX points if you want to plug your babies in. There's 3 by 3 point seat belts across the rear bench, and you've not got a little armrest, which is sad. The stereo's good. I'm sure you could do something with it if you wanted to. It's got that double DIN thing. I know some people out there might be interested in putting in their own satellite navigation system. You can do so, or indeed take a TomTom or an iPhone. I think I'm rambling now. That's it. You've seen this car. It's lovely. I'm just going to jump in the back and show you as well how clean it is, because it is really clean in the back. It's probably hardly been used by anyone in the 2 years it's been owned, in the back as it were. And the floors, again, very clean. It's a lovely car. It will make somebody very happy because it is priced very, very cheap. In comparison to what you would pay for this at a dealership, I'm just showing you their manual handles. Bless. So yes, it would be priced significantly higher at a dealership. And here at Sell Your Car UK as well, obviously we're acting on behalf of the private seller. So if you are coming down to see it and you want to make us a sensible offer, we will of course liaise with the seller to see if that can be achieved as well. We like to consider ourselves the easiest and the safest way to privately buy or sell a privately owned car. I've got to make that shorter. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have and you like the car, please do get in touch. And if you want to arrange a test drive or a viewing, then all you need to do, as I say, is get in touch with us. Our details are at the foot of the screen on YouTube, or you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SellYourCarUK. This VW Golf is for sale exclusively through Sell Your Car UK.